I live full-time off-grid in a touring caravan. We've done the full setup ourselves, so this is just a little tour of everything outdoors. If you want to see the tour of inside our caravan, have a look at my pinned videos and it's on there. So this is the field that we are in the middle of, and this is our caravan. We have an Adria Adora Thames edition, and it's a 2018 one. We have tried an awning on the side of our caravan, and it just gets far too windy here. It ended up getting very ripped. So we've built this little porch as an add-on, and we've got some fairy lights on there, as well as the awning light as well for the caravan, so it's nicely lit in here. So we've just got a coat and shoe rack for ourselves and a couple of hooks for our dog stuff. This is our water tank, so this plumbs directly into our caravan. We have an onboard water pump. There's also a carbon filter as part of that system. And then this very exciting addition as well, it usually lives in the locker, but I wanted to show you. It is an external shower. So most of the time we collect rainwater and filter that and put some chemicals in it to make it okay. So let me go around and show you that. In the field that we're in, there's a couple of buildings, and we put some gutter in on this particular building, and it just goes into this IBC tank. This little white thing here is just a filter so that none of the debris off the roof is getting into the water. We do usually have another tank as well, so that if this one gets full and we don't need to use it yet, we can store as much water as possible. This is completely empty at the minute, so what we've been having to do is transport an IBC tank to someone's house and fill it up from the tap. We are in an absolute drought in North Yorkshire, don't know about anyone else. So when we want to pump the water across, we have this water pump that you just put a hose in either side of it. We've got loads and loads of hose pipe in here. A few people have asked me, why don't we get a borehole, or why don't we connect to the mains water? Essentially, either of those things are a huge cost, and we don't plan on staying in this field forever, maybe another year, if that. Most of our electricity comes from the solar panels we've got up there. There's a total of about 6. Main sort of little power bank thing is in this container. This is actually the back of an Asda food delivery van that we managed to get for free off Facebook. So our solar panels feed into this Victron Energy smart solar charge controller. We've got one that charges at 50 amps an hour. If we don't have enough charge from the solar panels, like in winter, then we have to use this blue smart charger, also by Victron Energy. This one just charges at 30 amps an hour, but that connects up to a generator. For our batteries, we have 2 lithium ion ones that are 280 amps an hour. So plenty to store there. We also have a little 100 amp hour one connected to the wind turbine. The wind turbine does not bring in much, I have to admit, which is why we've given it its own separate battery, and that's just a little bit of a backup. We then have a 2 kilowatt Renogy inverter. So this transfers our energy into usable power for the caravan, and the caravan just plugs directly into the inverter like you would if you were on a mains electric pitch. This is the little bit that we've cut out as our garden, I suppose. All that's in there is a bird feeder. We should really make more of an effort with that, but I just haven't had the time. We also have what we call storm straps, so these are anchored well into the ground, and when it gets really windy, today's okay, but anything above sort of 60 mph winds, we put these straps over the top of the caravan with some foam noodles. Stops us from having a sleepless night due to the caravan rocking, and not in a good way because of the wind. So that is pretty much it for our outdoor setup. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. We've lived this way for 3 years now. We've had a lot of trial and error with our different setups. So if you want to know any good products to use or the pros and cons of living this way, just let me know. I'm always happy to help.